Hi everybody, it's Jana here. I'm in Kleinberg and I'm making a circle from Kleinberg Main Street through the McMichael Gallery Park and the Humber River Trail to Binder Twine Park, finishing of course with some coffee. And stay tuned for a castle at the end. One of the oldest houses in Kleinberg, it was built around 1850 by John Nicholas Klein, the miller who gave his name to the community. In 1860, it was the residence of Henry Stark Howland, the town's first postmaster and also the first president of the Imperial Bank of Canada. It was a couple that at one point bought some old wood at an auction, and then they found out that it had actually belonged to a house. So they put it together back on this location. And then they also built a second story and created a bookstore. Currently, it's owned by a plastic surgeon, but that's the story. The site of Old Shaw Hardware Store, 1894 to 1969. Scene of binder twine delivery nights, 1892 to 1930. And what they're referring to there is Binder Twine Festival. So people would come here to buy twine from the Shaw Hardware Store, and the owner would set up drinks and festivities for the people that came, and it turned out to be quite a nice celebration and festival. Then it stopped in 1930. It was revived again in 1960 or in 1960s, but unfortunately it stopped just this year. This was the first year after 1960 that the second Binder Twine Festival stopped. There's also Binder Twine Park that I will show later. Doctor's House, 1905. Of course, right now it's a place to have parties, other expensive events. And here's a house that is on the street now. It's called Montages. Here's the railway station, Humber River, that you will see today as well. And here we have Kleinberg Railway Station Scout House. Town of Vaughan, the Kleinberg Railway Station building, 1900. North Watch 2010, bronze, Yvonne Iyer. So we're getting closer to the actual gallery. This McMichael Gallery was started by Robert McMichael in 1950s. I believe that it was 1951. He bought some land and then he just started buying up paintings. Alexander Young Jackson, A.Y. Jackson, 1882 to 1974. He served in World War I and he returned to Canada to paint in Toronto. He was a member of the Group of Seven from its founding in 1920 to its demise in 1933. This radically different school of painters rapidly grew to prominence. He's buried here in Kleinberg. And in fact, A.Y. Jackson worked here in residence and it was his idea, apparently, to create a cemetery here. And he gave that idea to Robert McMichael. And eventually the McMichael Gallery was gifted to Government of Ontario. And its focus is to feature the Group of Seven art, other Canadian artists, and including Indigenous art. And now we're coming over to the Tom Thompson Shack. The Tom Thompson Shack, one of Canada's iconic buildings, was Tom Thompson's home and studio from 1915 until his death in 1917. It was originally located in the ravine behind the studio building in Toronto. And I believe that the studio building is still there. It was around the Rosedale area. So this poster says that when Tom Thompson died in 1917, the rest of the members of the Group of Seven were so devastated that they didn't want to paint Algonquin anymore, since that was his favorite painting spot. But they were happy that they found Algoma. And this is the best known painting by A.Y. Jackson of Algoma. And now we're walking towards the McMichael Art Gallery. Pota Sila, 1916-2009. Polar Bear, 1967. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and try to find that trail and go, and I will come out at Binder Twine Park. Then I will go and have some coffee somewhere. So there is a lot to see here in this place. A lot to explore, statues, artwork, and just nature and trails. Okay, I found the trail, and now I'm gonna go and come out at Binder Twine Park. And now we're kind of at a crosswalk, and we're gonna go left to Binder Twine Park. But first, I'm a little curious, what is that there? What is that? And here there are several trails. Some of these trails only take 5 minutes or even 2 minutes to walk. Viewpoint horsetail. That must be the horsetail, that branch hanging off a tree. There are a lot of people running at this time. Holy, look at that incredible tree. Okay, so finally coming out of the trail, I made it, yay, into the Binder Twine Park. Final view of the park, and here's the sign. So I think that I did a pretty good walk around Kleinberg. I think that I took pretty good videos. Definitely I've improved. At least I hope that I'm not cutting off the heads and the feet. And I hope that I really showed what Kleinberg is mostly about. Now I don't live here, so I may have missed some things. And I hope that you can come here and take a look at the rest of those statues. Now I'm not gonna call them provocative, but I think one of them kind of is. Anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll see you soon.